Alright, so now we're going to be converting Fahrenheit into Celsius using the operations we learned in our last video. So first things first, we're going to have to write import java.util.scanner. So this will make a scanner. So what happens when we write the full thing, it'll say it'll say a sentence here, enter Fahrenheit, and then we have to put a number, and we're gonna make it so that we're gonna put the number as 50, and then we're gonna see what happens when we put 50. It's gonna convert it into Celsius. So now we're gonna go. Oh yeah, you have to put it on the third line right below package and above the class section. So I made a comment here that says C equals F minus 32 in parentheses multiplied by 5 by 9. So what this is it's the formula to convert Fahrenheit into Celsius, which is what we're doing today. So we're gonna make our variables. We're gonna write int F, which stands for Fahrenheit, equals 0, and int C equals 0. So C is Celsius. So now we're going to write scanner input equals new scanner system.in. Then we're going to print out the line enter Fahrenheit. And then we're going to write f equals input.nextInt. So whatever they put here, we'll say if we put 50, it'll convert 50. It'll put 50 here, replace the f's with 50, subtract 32, and multiply that by 5 by 9. So then we're going to write C equals we're going to write the formula here. And then we're going to print out the line. This is the Celsius plus C. So if we run it, we should get enter Fahrenheit. We'll make the value equal to 41. And it says the Celsius is 5. So what happened here was that the F got replaced with 41 because the integer that we put in was 41. So we took something that the user gave to us, and we made that as the Celsius. So now we're going on to the next one. And that next one is our, in this next program, we're going to be writing to see if 23 and 45 are equal. So obviously the computer doesn't know that yet. So we're not going to write the scanner, but we're going to write int number 1 equals 23 and int number 2 equals 45. Then we're going to use the ternary operator I showed you guys in our previous video, and we're going to write result equals to number 1 equals number 2 question mark. Number 1 is equal to number 2 variable, and number 1 is not equal to number 2 variable. And we're going to end that line, and then we're going to print out the answer is. So now if we run it, it says the answer is number 1 is not equal to the number 2 variable because that's the only one that is true. So now we have our next one, which is this one right here, the cricket team. So we're going to be seeing if a team has 11 players, we're going to be seeing how many teams and players will it be left over with 50 players. It says the answer here, but we have to put this into the computer, into the console. So we're going to write the import java.util scanner. Then we're going to create the variables int players, int team, and int PLO, which PLO means players left over. Then we're going to write scanner input equals new scanner system.in. Then we're going to print out the line, enter the number of players. And then we're going to write players equals input.nextInt, which is what we did in the convert Fahrenheit to Celsius, where the user puts in a number, and the computer uses that number and fills out the equation here. So teams equals players divided by 11. And then we're going to print out the line, the number of teams. Then we're going to write players left over equals players %11, which is the remainder. Then we're going to write number of players left over plus PLO. So now if we run this, we get enter the number of players. If we get 50, we get the number of teams is 4, correct, and 6 players left over, which is also correct. So now we're going to go on to the last one. Operator examples, like word problem Java examples to be specific. So let's just get right into it. So the first one we're going to do is you're going to assign the values of the variables A and B as 55 and 70 respectively. Then check if both conditions A is less than 50 and A is greater than B are true. So now you're going to declare the two variables. So we're going to write int A equals 55 and int B equals 70. Then we're going to use the ternary operators and write string result equals A is less than 50. And we're going to put the ampersand sign. A is less than B. So now we're going to put the question mark and write in double quotations, both conditions are true, and end the double quotations. Then we're going to write the semicolon, and then we're going to write 1 is not true, end of line. Then we're going to print the line, the answer is, plus the result. So there's actually another way to write this, and that's using the if statements we learned. So we're going to write if A is less than 50, double ampersand sign, A is less than B. As you notice, there's two instances of the ampersand sign, and that stands for and. So it's just how you say and in Java. So now we're going to print the line, both conditions are true, else 1 is not true. So if we run this, 1 is not true, both conditions are true. So then we're going to go to the next one. Now here we have our next one. It has something, okay, so this one we're going to check if at least one of the conditions, A is less than 50 or A is less than B, is true. So we're going to write if A is less than 50 or A is less than B. Then we're going to print out the line, both conditions are true. Then we put else. Then we're going to print the line 1 is true. So we're going to get here, we get both conditions are true because both conditions are true. A is less than 50. Actually, wait, no, 1 is wrong. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, wait, no, it is correct. So, A is less than 50 and A is less than B. Well, one of the conditions is true, so it's going to say the first one. So now we're going to go on to the next one. And here we have... Alright, so for this one, we're going to we're going to solve the above. So we're going to solve this right here. If A is less than 50 or A is less than B is true or not. I made a typo here. Let me change it real quick. We're going to write if A is less than 50 or A is less than B. It's going to print out the line, both conditions are true. If not, we're going to put else here, and we're going to print out the line 1 is true. So now, if we click run, we will get both conditions are true. So, you might notice that there's only 2 here. You just have to scroll up, with me, because this is all the answers right here. Alright, so now we have our next problem. Alright, so now we're going to be discussing what the values of I and n after the code we have here is executed. So we're going to make we're going to declare our variables first, and I equal to 10 and n equals to plus I mod operator 5. Then we're going to print out the line, the value of n plus n. Then we're also going to print out the line, the value of I plus I. This line right here, this is just to separate it from the other ones so that, you guys don't get confused. You don't need to put that in unless you want to keep organized. So now we're going to find out what the final values of I and n are if you use the postfix increment operator I++. The I is just a variable you do. It's not I. It can be any variable. It can be A++, B++. And then you can also use the I. Then you can also declare the variables j equals to 10 and a equals j++ percent sign. Sorry, mod operator 5. Then we're going to print out the line, the value of a plus a. Now we have the right shift operators. This includes bits. So the number right here, this moves it 1. So it moves it 1 to the left. So it just moves it 1 bit. So and that empty bit slot gets filled in with a 0. So then we're gonna write out x, move the bit one time plus result, and then here we have the positive sign number, which is the same, but except it's not a negative sign number up here. So now we're going to be discussing how the plus operator works. The plus operator executes from left to right. So it would start off with 30 plus 50 plus IC pulse, so 80 plus IC pulse, then IC pulse 600, IC pulse 200, 400. So then we're going to talk about the multiplication operator. How does that work? The multiplication operator takes precedence over plus. So it would be system.out. So we would print out the line 30 multiplied by 50 plus IC pulse, which is 1,500 IC pulse. And then here we have IC pulse plus 200 multiplied by 400, which is IC pulse 8,000. Sorry, this is just IC pulse 800. Wait, yeah. Sorry, I did wrong math. I mean 80,000. I do not know why I said that so many times. Alright, now we're going to be talking about the plus versus equals precedence. We're going to talk about the plus versus the equals precedence. The plus is precedence over the double equal then sign. So we're going to make the string 1. The variable is going to be S1 for me. I'm going to write IC pulse, and string S2 equals IC pulse. We're going to write S1 equals S2 is plus S1 equals S2. Then we're also going to print out the line S1 equals S2 plus S1. S2 equals S2 is. So then we're going to print out the line 1 plus 2 multiplied by 3 plus 4 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 6. So you can see what happens. And then we'll do the same thing over here. And then we'll write the same thing down here as well. Except, we'll just write the same thing there. So now we're going to print this out. And the value of n is 1. Yep, here it is. The value of I is 11. And then we have x's right shifted bit operator, if you move it one time, is -1, and y's is 1. So then we have here IC pulse, as I said, 80, and then 200, 400, and then here 1,500. Oops, I didn't show that. 1,500 and 1,500 IC pulse, and then IC pulse 80,000, and then we have false and false, and then we also have 16120 and 127 here. So now we'll move on to our next one, and our next problem is going to be area and perimeter in Java. So the length and breadth of the rectangle are 5 and 7 respectively. We're going to write a program to calculate the area and perimeter of the rectangle. So first things first, we have to declare the variables. We're going to write int x equals 5 and int y equals 7. Then we're going to make the variable area, and we're going to declare it, and the value is x multiplied by y. Then we're going to make the perimeter 2 multiplied x plus y. Now we're going to print out area is plus area plus perimeter is plus perimeter. So now we're going to also, this is another way to write this in a more complicated way than what we wrote just now. That's area is plus 5 multiplied by 7 plus /n, \n. And what that does is it makes a new line and writes perimeter is plus parentheses 2 multiplied 5 plus 7 in parentheses, another set of parentheses, end of parentheses, end of parentheses, semicolon. So now we're going to write the program to calculate the perimeter of the triangle having sides of length 2, 3, and 5 units. And in this problem, we're going to declare int POT, which is perimeter of triangle, equals 2 plus 3 plus 5, because as we can see here, it says the sides of the triangle are 2, 3, and 5. I will make this easier for you guys to read by just making it 2 lines. So then we're just going to print out the line, the perimeter of the triangle is plus pot, which is perimeter of triangle. Or you could try writing it the way I wrote it up here. Area is plus multiplied, parentheses 5 multiplied by 7, plus /n, perimeter is plus 2 multiplied by 5 plus 7, except you're just replacing it with 1. So now, with the last one, we're going to write a program to print the power of 7 raised to 5. This one, we're just going to write int ans, which is going to be answer, equals 7 multiplied by 7, multiplied by 7, multiplied by 7, multiplied by 7. Then we're going to print out the line, the answer is plus ans. So now, if we run it, we should get all the answers. Here, area is 35, perimeter is 24, area is 35, perimeter is 34. Proves both ways work right here. Then we have the perimeter of the triangle is 10. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus another 5 is 10. This is correct. Then we have the answer of 7 to the 5th power, which is, in fact, 16,807. Now we're going to check if that's correct by just opening up our Google Chrome. And as you can see here, I'm going to do 7 multiplied by 5. Sorry, 7 to the power of 5. And the answer is 16,807. You can check on any calculator if you want. So this is going to end off the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the operators examples. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. For the next problem we're going to first declare variables above for the problems we're about to do. So we're going to declare the variables number 1, first digit, second last digit, and last digit. So the first problem we're going to be using these variables for is we're going to take a 4-digit number and write a program to display a number whose digits are greater than the 2 corresponding digits of the number accepted. For example, if the number was taken is 5696, the displayed number should be 781am. So what we're going to do here is you're going to write number 1 equals 5696. Then we're going to write first digit equals number 1 divided by 1000. Then we're going to write first digit equals first digit plus 2. We're going to write if first digit is greater than or equal to 10. We're going to write first digit mod operators equal to 10. Sorry, we're just going to do mod operator 10. Then we're going to print out the line first digit plus first digit. So then we're going to also write second last digit equals number 1 divided by 100. Then second last digit equals to second last digit percent mod operator 10. Then we're also going to write second last digit equals second last digit plus 2. If second last digit is greater than or equal to 10, second last digit percent mod operator equals to 10. Then we're going to print out the line the second digit is plus second last digit. Then we're going to write in third last digit equals number 1 divided by 10. Then we're going to write in third last digit equals to so we're going to write third last digit plus equals to third last digit plus 2. Then we're going to write third last digit equals percent sign equals 10. I'm going to print out the line the third digit is third last digit. Then we're going to write last digit equals to number 1 mod operator 10. Last digit equals to last digit plus 2. Last digit percent mod operator equals 10. Then we're going to write the last digit is plus last digit. Now we're going on to the next one. And before we go to the next one, I'll show you the answer right now. This should be your answer. The first digit should equal to 7. The second digit should equal to 8. The third digit should equal to 1. And the last digit should equal to 8. Alright, so in the next problem we're going to be doing, we're going to write a program to add 8 to the number 2, 3, 4, 5, and then divide it by 3. Then we're going to find the modulus of the quotient and add it to the last digit, and then multiply the resultant value by 5. Then we're going to display the final result. So then we're going to solve the above question using our assignment operators we discussed in our last video, plus equals, minus equals, and multiplication equals. We're going to first declare our variables, which is going to be last digit and result. And we're also going to make number 1 equals 2, 3, 4, 5. Result, we're going to write result equals to number 1 plus 8. And the result equals to mod operator equals 3. Then we're going to write last digit equals number 1 mod operator 10. Then result plus equals result equals to result plus last digit, but we're writing it the shorter way, plus equals. And the same with the result multiplied equals 5. This is result multiplied by 5. Then we're going to print out the answer is plus and result plus result. So this is our answer. Okay, that's the wrong one. My bad. The answer is 30. Also, now we're going on to our next one. Alright, so now we'll be reversing a 3-digit number. The number we're going to be using is 456, and the output should be 654. The output should be displayed in the console, so the answer should be 654. Also, why is this here? We're going to write number 1 equals 765. Then we're going to write first digit equals number 1 divided by 10. Also, I declared the variables up here, number 1, first digit, second last digit, and last digit. Then we're going to print out the line, we're going to print out the line first digit plus first digit. Then we're going to make second last digit equals number 1 divided by 10. And second last digit equals second last digit mod operator 10. Mod operator is a remainder. So then we're going to print out the line the last second digit is plus second last digit. Then we're going to make last digit, which equals to number 1 mod operator 10. Then we're going to print out the line the last digit is plus last digit. Then we're going to also print out the line the answer is plus last digit plus second last digit plus first digit. And when we run this, we get our answer, which is the first digit is 7, second digit is 5, the last digit is 5. Sorry, the second digit is 6, the last digit is 5. The answer is 567. So, what happened here was, I put another number, so I will put just a double check. So, I will replace that number with 456, and we'll see the answer. Your answer should be 456, and then 654. Now we're going on to the next one. And now we will go to our next problem. And this next problem, the problem is, the total number of students in a class are 90, out of which 45 are boys. If 50% of the total students are secured at grade A, out of which 20 are boys, then write a program to calculate the total number of girls getting grade A. So, here, we're going to write int students equals 90, int boys equals 45, int girls equals students minus boys. So that means if we switch it up to 150, it'll show another answer. I'll show you guys what happens if we switch the numbers around, if we write 45 minus 90 as well. Sorry, 90 minus 45. Then we'll write int grade A equals 45. Then we're going to write int boys that got A, but I'm going to write int boys A equals to boys minus 25, and then girls A equals grade A minus boys A. So then we're going to print out the line. This is the number of girls that got A. So when we run this, this is the number of girls got A. So now I'm going to show you guys what I meant earlier. So I'm going to switch up the numbers, 100 and 50. So if we had written 90 minus 45, this is what would have happened. 90 minus 45. Then we get 20. Because girls is 15 on now. Doesn't really matter. Because we wrote 90 minus 45. But we want it to work with every single number. So what we're going to do is write students. Oops, I accidentally put a capital. Also remember that the variables are case sensitive. So now we're going to write students minus boys. So that's what you should have written for now, because now when we put this, we will get girls that got A, which is 20. Also, yes, no. It should be 50. 25. As you can see, it now works because we switched it around. So now we're going to switch to the sum of the 3-digit numbers. And in this problem, we're going to be calculating the sum of a 3-digit number. The 3-digit number we're going to be using here is 132. The variables we're going to be using is number 1, first digit, second last digit, and sum. So number 1 will equal to 132. We're also going to make another variable because I realized that we needed one. So we're going to make it number 4. Then we're going to write first digit equals number 1 divided by 100. Then we're going to print out the line first digit plus number 1. Then we're going to write second last digit equals number 1 divided by number 10. Sorry, divided by 10. Then we're going to write second last digit equals second last digit the remainder of the mod operator 10. Then we're going to print out the line. The second digit is plus second last digit. Then we're going to make another variable, last digit equals number 1 percent sign, mod operator 10. And then the system.out.print line, the last digit is plus the last digit. Then we're going to write sum equals last digit plus first digit plus second last digit. Then we're going to print out the line, the sum is plus sum. So now, if we run the code, the first digit is 132 because we wrote number 1 here. Then the second digit is 3. The last digit is 2, and the sum is 6. So I made a mistake, and I actually wrote number 1 here when it should be first digit. Sorry, first digit. There we go. Then now it'll show up right. The first digit's 1. The second digit is 3, the last digit is 2, the sum is 6. So then we're going to switch to the second last one, the sum first last digit Java. And this next one is we're going to do is we're going to be writing a program to calculate the sum of the first and second last digit of a 5-digit number. An example is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the output should be 1 plus 4 equals 5. We're going to declare variables, which are going to be number 1, which equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, first digit, which equals the second last digit, and then we're going to write first digit equals number 1 divided by 10,000, and then we're going to print out the line first digit, and then plus first digit, and then we got the first digit. Then we're going to write second last digit equals number 1 divided by 10, and then second last digit equals number 1% sign 10, so we get the remainder. Then we're going to write system.out.print line, the second last digit is plus second last digit. And we're going to write in sum equals second last digit plus first digit, and we then print out the line, the sum is plus sum. So now if we run this, we get first digit is 1, correct. The second last digit is 5. This is wrong. Wait. Yeah, okay, so here it's percent sign 10. This is not supposed to be percent sign 10. I think it's just supposed to be divided by 10. Okay, no, it's second last digit divided by 10. Sorry, my bad. Second last digit. Percent sign 10. Save that and rerun it. There we go. Now the second last digit is 4, and then we do 1 plus 4, that equals to 5, and then we got the answer, which is 5. So now if we switch it up to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's fine. And it gives us 2 and 5. The sum is 7, which is correct. So now we're going on to the second last one. So in this program, we're going to suppose the values of variables a and b are 6 and 8 respectively. We're going to write 2 programs to swap the values of the 2 variables. The first program is going to be used by a third variable, and the second program is going to be written without using any third variable. So the first one here is we're going to declare the variables a equals to 5 and b equals to 10, and the variable is c. We're going to write c equals to a equals to b, and b equals to c. So it's kind of hard to explain, but suppose you have 2 pens, and you want to swap the values around. So pretend there's a wall. So you switch the pens around, you move one of the pens to the left, and then you put the pencil on the right, and then you shift it to the other pen, and you shift that to the left, and you get the new values, which are the swap values, if you get what I mean. So we're gonna print out the new value of a plus a, and then the new value of b plus b. So we can write this without using any third variable by writing a equals to 5, b equals to 10, a equals to b plus a, b equals a minus b, and a equals a minus b. So this is a bit longer than the third variable one, but that's fine. So now we're going to print out the line the same line we printed out here. So if we run this, we get the new value of A is 10, the swap value, and the new value of B is 5. The new value of A is 10 here, and the new value of B is 5. So these are two working ways that we can use when swapping values. So I'm going to go to the next one, and the next one is